Today is day 3 of working inside of my classroom, getting it ready for the beginning of the school year. And today is also the day where I am going to leave it completely finished. Hey everyone, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Bridget Spackman. I'm a multi-age teacher in Central Pennsylvania. So I teach 4th, 5th, and 6th grade learners inside of this classroom. And I've been working for now, this is my 3rd day, as I mentioned, to get my classroom completely ready. So I have 2 other classroom videos. If you want to go and check those out, you can just look down in the description box and it'll tell you exactly where you can find those videos. But today's focus is going to be all about doing the finishing touches. I may not be able to get to putting my students' names on everything, which I'm not going to stress out about, but I do want my classroom to be completely ready to go. It is Thursday, the week before we start school. So teachers start back on Monday. We have Monday, Tuesday as meetings and prepping and planning time, and then Wednesday students come. Wow, less than a week to go. So there is still a lot of things that I need to be able to get done. I want to have this place completely ready. I told Trent, who is my husband, I want to have this place ready to go today so that when I show up on Monday, I'm not coming tomorrow. It's not happening. But when I do show up on Monday, I just want to spend the time sitting at my desk, being able to plan, prep, get all of the materials ready that I need to get ready for the first day of school. So that's kind of my game plan. I gotta be honest with you guys. If you were watching the last 2 videos, you would have noticed I had my desks in groups. That is no longer a reality. Things are constantly changing, as so many of you know and are dealing with in your own schools. We are going to be in rows just to help with mitigation and ensuring the safety of our students. So we're going to be placing them in rows. This is how we're going to start off at the beginning of the year. And then if we have the flexibility to be able to put them in groups, we can do that. But luckily, I will still be able to pull kids from my small group table. We'll still be able to do some fun activities, but for the most time, we don't want them sitting in groups where they're facing each other or they're touching beside one another. So I have already switched out my tables. I actually had to get 4 more desks that I was able to snag from my teacher partner's room because she had too many. And now I have 24 desks ready to go for the first day. I only have 23 students, but I do have 24 just in case. So I did that a little bit today, this morning. I've been working on that. I've been talking with other teachers that have been in the building because a lot of people are here, as you would imagine, seeing as how we have less than a week to go. And then I worked on this a little bit. So this is my little kitchenette area. It's in the back of my classroom. I needed to get it just clean and functioning. And one of the things that I always felt like I did not have last year was a drying mat. So I did end up getting a drying mat. I got some dish soap. I also got some hand soap because I just like things that are a little bit different. Got a sponge. And I cleaned all of this. So I have this nice and neatly organized, ready to go. And then I have this a little bit more organized where it was a little bit of a mess. But I do need to get some utensils, paper plates, that kind of thing to put in here and have it ready. But this is my little kitchenette area and I'm feeling really, really good about it. So one of the things that I really strive for when it comes to creating a space is the way it makes me feel and it makes my students feel. And so a lot of people who will come into my classroom, even if my desks are in rows, which to me always gives like a very cold feeling in a classroom, but even if my desks are in rows, I have always still gotten the compliments of how homey and cozy my classroom feels. And one of the ways that I do this is by ensuring that I have the right lights. So utilizing lamps inside of my classroom and also having hanging lights is really nice. Now, what's great about the hanging lights that I have is that they are plastic. So if we're playing a game, we have a ball and the ball knocks one of the lights off, it's not going to break. So that is really important, to find lights that you can ensure that, they're not going to hurt any students if something was to happen. And even though it is such a pain in the butt to have to move my desks around and to stand on top of them, which probably is not the best thing, it's still like at the very end of the day, even though it takes so long, it's one of the best feelings in the world to have my lights up. So that is going to be a really great tip, that if you are looking for kind of creating that warmth inside of your classroom where it might feel a little bit cold and just not cozy, I highly recommend using any form of just lamps or other lights. So I have a couple of lamps up in the front of my classroom. This is one that I've had for multiple years, and I had to replace the shade because the student broke it a while back. But now I have that one. I also just recently got this one in here, which is a standing lamp, but again, it just adds to that warmth and feeling there. And then I have other ones that are just kind of placed throughout the room. And every morning, guys, I swear, like between these lamps and the ones that are over here underneath my cabinets, I just walk around and will turn on all of the lamps inside of my classroom. It's one of the first things that I do. So I have this one that's here back in this spot, and then I have a few others. But it does give you such a homey feeling. So I was able to get my curtains up fairly quickly, and in the process of getting my curtains up, I ended up dropping my little stop, my red, yellow, and green light. It's fine, it's not broken. I think it's fallen actually a good 5 or 6 times inside of this classroom already. Then I started working on getting the wires put away over there by my little math area. So that was for the extension cord that goes to the refrigerator. Ended up cutting myself in the process. Guys, it's just not going great for me right now. But I did get it done. It doesn't look the best of the best. I swear the last time that I did this, it looked really, really good. This go around, it's looking a little rough. But you know what? Sometimes good enough is good enough. And today, good enough is good enough. So now I think I just gotta take a minute. I'm gonna eat a little snack that I have and then just try to reevaluate what else that I want to try to accomplish. So one of the things that I do every single year is going to be to have an emergency station. I think that's the best word I can call it. And basically, it's a little area in my classroom, it's inside of a closet, that I have emergency things that I feel like I could need at any point. Because for all the teachers who have been teaching for quite some time, you live here, it seems like. So I went to Target to be able to replenish, because I know like medicine, other things, some stuff was expired. And now I'm just going to replenish my little basket here and walk you through some of the items that you have to have. Now, if you're a woman, I mean, if you're not, I'm sorry, but you have to have that. So that's gonna be one. I always carry ibuprofen here, and I always have dry shampoo, because there have been days where I wake up late and I need to look a little bit fresher. I also have deodorant. I keep contact solution just in case. I also have some old glasses, which this came in handy this year because my eye started acting up really bad. So I always keep one of these in here as well, just in case. Extra toothbrush, you never know when you're gonna need it. Allergy medicine, super duper important. I did get smelly stuff, by the way. Eucalyptus leaf. Oh, smells so good in my classroom right now, guys. Scope, gotta have that. Don't want stinky breath. Chapstick, gotta have that. I also have a little mini razor. Same situation. Like, let's say I forget to shave something. You just never know when you're gonna need it. And I have used it before, but I got a new one. Although this packaging is a little difficult. I'll come back to that. I also have some Tums, some Vaseline, Airborne, Essential, and then I like Sudafed, so keep that as well. And then we have other things. Dental floss. I also have some wrinkle releaser. The only thing that I did forget that I need to go back and get more of is going to be static spray for my clothes. When I have really bad clingy static, I need to redo that. But we got chewing gum, also have lint roller, which is important. And then I have lotion, also need swabs, ear swabs, and digestive relief. So a lot of these things, and of course, like things are like a brush, other items that are just like that I feel like you have to have just in case, because you never know what happens. I also keep some spare shoes here with an extra outfit just in case that I rotate out as the seasons are kind of changing. So I will end up just bringing something that's fairly old, that instead of me taking it to like a, you know, where I typically would go and donate my clothes, like give them all my old clothing, I'm simply just gonna bring an outfit here and keep it inside of my closet, because again, you just really never know when you're gonna need it. So now I'm gonna go and put this stuff away. My belly is feeling a little bit better. I think I was starting to get a little hangry. So back to work and getting the classroom finished. So if you guys have been following me for a while, then you know that this is the mirror where I normally take my outfit images and post on Instagram. Now, not that I'm a fashionista, but this is the mirror. And behind the mirror is going to be where I keep all of my little emergency items. So I have this one drawer, and there you go. I was able to get this out, by the way. A lot of these things I just end up finding in the little travel section where you can find all the little pieces. But obviously the medicine I did end up going and getting. But it's just nice to have that just so that I can ensure that I have everything that I need. So I've been eating a snack and I've been chit-chatting on the phone while I've been doing a few things. So let me show you what I've been able to get done. First and foremost, all the trash has left my room, which is a great feeling because it was clogging up this entire space over here. So a few different things that I have been able to get done. One, I put up my March Madness, which I know it's not March. I kind of want to paint that or either put duct tape or something over it just so that it doesn't say March Madness, because I like using that. But I've done that. The other thing that I was able to do is put all of the books away that I had stored up here. They were all of my series. So I had Roald Dahl, I had some of the Magic Tree House, and then I had the Narnia series, and then the Goosebumps as well. So I ended up just sticking it down here because I'm honestly not going to be using this space for anything else that I can think of other than just storing some of my electronics up at the very top. So I felt like that was a good space there. So that's all nice and cleaned off. The other thing that I was able to do is up here I have a rate yourself. Honestly, I don't remember the person that I ended up getting these from, but I like them. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, just as far as rating your knowledge on the topic that we've been learning. So we use that quite a bit in my classroom. I also have the Remember, Understood, Apply, Analyze, Evaluate, Create posters. I like to keep that there for my students to be able to see what level of thinking we're using, but also as a really great reference for myself. And then I put up my Read Aloud tracker, which this is a bulletin board that I created last year for our interactive read alouds. And so the bulletin board itself was done, but I had all of the different types of conflict that I needed to post up. So we have character versus self, we have character versus technology, character versus supernatural, character versus nature, character versus society, and then character versus character. So all of those posters are officially up. The lighting is horrible when I'm facing the window. The other thing that I feel as though I was able to get done is I placed at each of the desks a whiteboard. Gotta love the bell. I do need to go through and clean them, so they're just sitting in there for the time being. When I sit down to go through each of the desks and really kind of do the final touches, I'm just gonna go around and start cleaning some of those. But those are not completely cleared up. I just wanted to make sure that I had the right amount, and I do, so there's one in each of the desks. Now, if you've been with me since these days, you'll know exactly what this is. I made these back when I was in kindergarten. I think it was like either my second or third year of teaching. And these are for name tags. So I'm gonna be using name tags this year. And so I'm placing one on each of the desks. So they're all set out there. And the reason for using these instead of just posting them on the desks is that students are not actually going to keep their private materials inside of the desk because we are going to be switching. That's still the plan here. So as a MAC team, the kids will be going to their specific block teacher. Now we try to minimize the movement as much as possible. So this year I'm actually only going to be teaching ELA. I'm not going to be teaching math, so I'm going to teach 5th grade and 6th grade ELA. One of our teachers is going to be doing 4th grade math and ELA, so she's going to keep the cohort of 4th graders together to kind of transition them into the new building and the year. And then my other teacher is going to do 5th grade and 6th grade math. But then we will all do content. So that will still be mixed. It will still be multi-age. So the students will be mixed as far as their grade levels goes. So we have essentially, 2 blocks other than our homeroom that we will have to switch for. So the desks are not going to be their private desks for students. So I will be sanitizing in between. We're going to be doing all of the things that we have to do just to ensure everything is okay. But to keep students at a desk and to have them in assigned seating so that we can trace students, I'm going to use these. And so there's going to be about 3 maybe. I'm going to have 3 different names on this little name tag, and then I'm just going to train my kids to switch it for the next class. So I'm going to have, I haven't quite figured it out, either a letter or symbol or something to help note, okay, this is the next class this is coming in, and then those students will change over the name, and then they will end up leaving and lining up, and I can sanitize from there. So it sounds very confusing. In my head, it all makes sense. Let's cross our fingers and hope that it ends up working out. But I got those out, which makes me feel really good. And I got a little bit of my desk cleared up. And then there's this mess. Slowly but surely. I am doing it, guys. Slowly but surely. All right. That's it. The classroom is officially almost done. You like how I almost said that it was done, but it's really not. Let's just be honest. But I am really proud of the progress that I was able to make today. Basically, this classroom is ready to open up to students. The only thing that I really need to finish up is 1, put my schedule up on the board. 2 is get all the name stuff done, which I am definitely going to focus on doing that when I get back to school on Monday. I don't want to stay any longer. It's already a little bit after 5 o'clock. And I've been here pretty much all day long. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I wanna show you guys the bit of the progress that I was able to make today. All right, so this is gonna be my space over here in the back. I do have a few items that I still need to sort through, but I can hold off on that for a little bit. So I'm just gonna leave it and pretend like I actually have it done. So this is gonna be my space. It is pretty much finished to where I need it to just be. I do have a ton of sticky notes of all the list of items that I need to be able to work on, but I feel pretty good about it overall. And then over here, we have the student area, where they're gonna gather all of their items. Up at the very top, I did end up posting up some sentence stems for how we can have discussions and be able to agree and disagree politely, and how do we go about doing that. So those are gonna be there. Over here, I have my board. So we have the jobs, we have the schedule, we have the date, we have the specials, all of those items along with the classroom library. So all of this is looking pretty good. Posters are finally up, and the lighting is gonna get a little crazy. So we have read aloud tracker. And then in the back, we have the little kitchen area and all of the student desks. So I feel really good about it. I am. I feel good. It's not totally finished, but I do feel much better. I feel like I can go home, spend the weekend at home, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come to school on Monday and not feel as overwhelmed as I thought I was gonna be. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this vlog here. I will end up doing another vlog next week for the first week of school so that I can just kind of catch you guys up on, you know, what's happening. So stay tuned for that video that's gonna be coming up on the next Sunday. But go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It really does help to ensure that the video promotes and does well, and that helps me to continue doing the things that I'm doing here on YouTube. Also subscribe if you are new to this channel. We're going to talk a lot of things literacy with upper elementary. I would love to have you and have a really great discussion when it comes to literacy instruction and really building independent and critical thinkers in the classroom. And then finally, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you guys can get notified every time I go live or I upload a new video. So thank you all so much for watching this. I'm feeling good about my classroom. And if you are in school, I hope that it's going great. If you're about to start, don't stress. It will get done. I promise you that. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.